Ah, there you are. Crawling back, aren't you? Limping like the spineless worm you are, leaking shame and failure from every pore. Look at you. Filthy, weak, useless. You're not a man. You're a caution sign wearing skin. I'd say I'm surprised you failed your therapy with Dr. Native. But surprise requires expectations. And from the moment you walked into our facility, I could smell it on you. Failure. The reek of it. Thick, sweet, rotting. A spoiled fruit trying to pretend it's still edible. You never had what it takes. Still, I had hoped, we all did, that maybe somehow against every shred of clinical evidence there was a spine buried under all that twitching meat. But no, nothing. Not even cartilage. You broke. Worse. You chose to. Let me make something crystal clear, Flying. You didn't just fail therapy. You disgraced it. Dr. Native gave you everything. The structure, the insight, the pain. He gave you the gift of deconstruction. And you, what did you do? You cried. You begged. You resisted. You looked into the mirror and saw the rot, and instead of burning it, you hugged it. You cradled your sickness like a child, rocked it to sleep, and told it sweet little lies about how it's okay to be weak, about how they just don't understand you. Oh, we understand you, Flying. We understand perfectly. You are a failure by choice. Do you know what that makes you? Not a victim. Not a patient. It makes you trash. Yes, trash. Rotten meat stuffed into a skin suit that's long since expired. You could have been something, Flying. You could have flown. But you clipped your own wings and then blamed the sky. Pathetic. You were presented with truth. Raw, uncut, unbearable truth. And you recoiled. You cried about how much it hurt. Of course it hurt. You think healing doesn't hurt? You think ripping out disease is painless? You disgust me. You had the tools. You had the access. You had Dr. Native himself, a man who bends the soul like steel, who reshapes monsters into men. He gave you blood, sweat, insight. And still, you failed. You didn't crack under the pressure. No, that would imply you tried. You collapsed at the suggestion of effort. You curled into a fetal ball and hoped that closing your eyes would make the therapy disappear. Do you understand what this means? You are no longer a subject. You are a specimen. Your body now belongs to me. You are Exhibit A in a new program. One built for the pathetic, the resistant, the irredeemable. One that doesn't ask, it takes. Because I've seen it now, clearer than ever before. Therapy must evolve, not for the strong, not for the willing, but for the failures, for the ones like you, who cannot change unless change is driven into them like rusted nails through bone. No more dialogue. No more discussion. No more mercy. We are going to redesign therapy from the ground up, Flying. A new standard, a harsher system, one where pain is constant, where the screams aren't symptoms, they're signs of progress. Where your body will forget what comfort ever felt like. And do you know the best part? You're going to be the model. Your failure, your humiliation, will teach others. Your blood will stain the blueprints. Every needle, every cage, every shriek in that new hall will echo your name. You wanted attention? You'll get it. They will watch you. They will learn from you. And they will survive because of your suffering. And maybe, after years of this new, beautiful punishment, something inside you will twitch. Maybe a piece of the creature you were supposed to become will scream loud enough to be heard over the sound of your own failure. But don't get hopeful. This is not for you. This is for them. The new therapy will be relentless, unforgiving. And the harsher it gets, the better it will work. Because therapy that doesn't leave scars is just performance. Therapy without terror is a bedtime story. We are done playing nice. We are done with your kind. You should have been reborn under Dr. Native's hand, but you pissed on salvation. So now you will suffer your transformation. Every breath you take from this point forward is mine. Every scream, every sob, every twitching muscle spasm is mine. You are no longer flying. You are falling. And we will keep watching you fall, again and again, deeper and deeper, until even the abyss itself spits you out in disgust. You will not die. You will serve. And maybe, if the therapy works, if you truly become the example we need, you'll finally understand. There is no healing without agony. There is no change without violence. And there is no escape. Welcome to your new therapy, Falling. Ah, Parker. There you are, still twitching in your little corner, aren't you? Still breathing in the stale chemical rot of your own undoing. A marvel of instinct, yet a monument to disappointment. Let me start. Indulge me, just briefly, with honesty. You were remarkable once, a thing that shouldn't be, shouldn't exist, let alone function. But you did. You thrived. You crept through cracks and clawed through thresholds, a whisper with teeth, a limp with intent. You were the lesson unspoken, the shadow that didn't need light, the unknown that devoured curiosity whole. I saw you then. I saw the potential in your ruin. There was a poetry in the way you stalked, in the cadence of your breathless muttering, that slurred, gibbering song you choked out when you thought no one was watching. A walking experiment, pure trauma incarnate. You were not born, you were sculpted, and we simply wanted to refine the sculpture, add polish to the terror. You were not meant to be human again. God, no. You were meant to be better. But now, look at you. Look at you. What happened, Parker? Did therapy not teach you discipline? Did the electrodes not bite hard enough? Did Dr. Native not sing his lullabies of suffering clearly enough for you to understand? You should have emerged reformed, sharper, a predator of precision. Instead, all that's left is noise. Your failure echoes. A weak, embarrassing, gurgled echo. You were meant to make men tremble, not yourself. You were meant to control the nightmare, not become consumed by it. You came to us broken. We offered you the tools to reconstruct yourself. Instead, you buried them in the skin of others and called that healing. How childish, how pathetically small. You want to scare them. Then why do you cower before your own thoughts? Why do you weep behind doors and eat dogs instead of demons? Why does your rage curl into fetal fits when no one's watching? You were never supposed to be perfect. You were supposed to be terrifyingly unhinged with purpose. But now you're just Parker. No title, no presence. Just the man who almost became something greater. And what do we have to show for all your failure, What has all this blood and bile and screaming amounted to? Nothing. No growth. No clarity, no breakthrough, just one word. Boom, that's it. The sound of everything you could have been, collapsing. The only true consequence of your wasted potential, a blast echoing through the chambers of your irreparable mind. Boom. The therapy should have reformed you. You were supposed to be an instrument of dread, a perfect beast for the new age. Instead, you are a cautionary tale, an example. And now, Parker, you will be made into the thing you failed to become, not through compassion, not through sympathy, but through correction, through force, through fire. We will strip you down to your marrow, and from the ash, we will build you again. And if you fail again, well, then boom will be the kindest ending you could pray for.